Ezra 10:4. Rise up, take courage and do it.
Hey wonderful people, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'll be doing an updated everyday soft glam makeup look. So as always, I do go ahead and prep my skin before I go ahead and apply any products on my face. I did use a serum oil to apply that first on my skin, and then I'm going in with the Nivea moisturizing cream. And I just go ahead and spread that out on my skin. It's very important to moisturize your face before you apply any products. And I also use my Pro Base MUA Academy primer to set my face, and I do go ahead and apply this everywhere, especially on my T-zone area, because that's where I get oily and sweaty the most. So I do go ahead and spread that out. So once I finish, applying that, I do go ahead and use a vitamin E mist just to, spray that on my face just to lock everything in. And I went off and did my eyebrows because I feel like I've already done videos with me doing my eyebrows. And now I'm using a e.l.f. concealer in the shade Rich Chocolate. So I go ahead and apply this in all the places that I have high pigmentation and also dark spots, and I literally just spread this out before I go ahead and use any foundation. So in today's video I'll be using the Facefinity All Day Flawless Airbrushed Foundation from Maxfactor. This is the 3-in-1 up to 30-hour wear foundation. It also comes in a primer, a concealer, and a foundation. I am wearing the W98 Warm Hazelnut. This foundation has a very good coverage as well. As you guys can see, I did go ahead and spread it out first before blending it in with a brush, and I feel like I got the right shade. I feel like this time I actually got the right shade because it does kind of blend in with matches my neck, which is beautiful. It gives you a natural finish look, which is what I like. And it's also a 30-hour wear foundation. How beautiful is that, guys? Like, you can have it on for a very long time. After blending that in with a brush, because with a brush you do get to see what you're working with, whereas with a beauty blender sometimes it does take away most of the products, but I wanted to have that flawless base, so I did go ahead and use a beauty blender. So for me, this foundation is amazing. The fact that it gives me that flawless natural look, I love it. So I do now go ahead and apply my concealer. This is the e.l.f. concealer. I applied it in all the places that I usually highlight, which is under my eyes, the bridge of my nose, my forehead, mustache, and under my chin. So I do go ahead and just apply that concealer, and I went ahead and used the Anastasia Beverly Hills cream bronzer, and I do go ahead and apply this in all the places that I usually contour. Where did usually come from? Anyways, yeah, so I go ahead and just contour in all the places that I usually contour. So I did go ahead and leave the concealer to sit for a bit, because I feel like once you leave the concealer to sit for a bit and you blend it out, you're in control. The concealer doesn't usually move. It literally stay in one place unless you start blending it. So I do go ahead and use a brush to blend out the concealer, because I feel like you can see the coverage more when you use a brush. Usually I use a beauty blender, but with a beauty blender it does take away some of the products, like I said. So for this video I wanted to just use a brush. Don't get me wrong, I do love my beauty blender and I would use it in some of my videos, but today for this video I wanted to have a very good coverage. I wanted my under eye to stand out, so I did go ahead and use a brush to blend out that concealer. Once you leave the concealer to sit for a bit, it does give you a very good coverage, and like I said, you're in control. So I do go ahead and use my cream blush, and I apply that. I've already blended it out or spread it out. Now I'll just go ahead and use my bright concealer. I love a bright under eye, guys. You guys don't understand. I love a bright under eye. So I did go ahead and use the Anastasia Beverly Hills concealer. This is in the shade 10. If I don't mention some of the products, like I said, I will put them down in the description box below. Again, I leave that concealer to sit under my eye for a bit. I do look crazy, guys. I look crazy, but it's okay. And I used a brush to, you know, blend out that concealer. As you guys can see, you can still see the coverage. And I use a beauty blender to go over this concealer. As you guys can see, once I use the concealer, there is a line between the concealer and the bronzer. So for me to get this to look very smooth, I did go ahead and use the foundation beauty blender, because the beauty blender does have a foundation on it. So I do go ahead and use that to blend everything in properly. You don't want that concealer line to stay there, so your beauty blender literally helps you to go over everything. Then I go ahead and set my face. I'm using the luxury powder from Makeup Revolution to set my face. So basically everywhere that I used concealer, I did apply more of the setting powder under my eyes just so that I can bake. Then I go ahead and use the Revolution powder bronzer to set the cream contour or the cream bronzer, and I just go over this just to set everything in. Then I go ahead and use like a light brown eyeshadow to, you know, contour my nose, because I didn't want it to look too dark, as I had already used a dark cream bronzer. And I'll be using the powder bronzer to as an eyeshadow. I feel like this gives you the best natural eye look. It's just an everyday thing. I feel like a bronzer is an everyday replacement for an eyeshadow. And then I'm using my MAC powder to dust off everything. And then I use an hydrate and fix setting spray, and this is from Revolution as well. And then again, I use my beauty blender to literally blend everything out. I feel like when it comes to makeup, blending is the most important thing. Like once you can blend, you can do makeup. And obviously I went over everything again with the beauty blender just to, you know, make everything look smooth. And then I go ahead and use my powder blush, and then I just go ahead and use a highlighter. With this like cream highlighter, you don't need a lot. As you guys can see, I literally applied a tiny bit and it's already enough. And I go ahead and use my fingers to blend this out. And then I just go over it with the ColourPop shimmer highlighter, and I literally just go over the cream highlighter. And I'll be using the I'll be using a black eye pencil to literally apply this under my waterline. Once I finish doing that, I do go under my eyes again and use my pressed powder, guys, because I actually want you guys to see that bright under eye, okay? And then I go ahead and use my lasting fixing spray from Maybelline to literally set everything again for the final time. Then I do go ahead and, you know, do my lower lashes with my mascara, and I'll be using a shimmer eyeshadow just in the corners of my eyes, just to, I don't know, just to make my eyes pop out a bit more, or just to give my eyes a bit more detail. So I do go ahead and apply some shimmer just by the corners of my eyes, literally just in that corner. And then I just used my bronzer eyeshadow again just to literally go over it to remove any harsh lines. And then now we move on to the lips, and I'll be using my MUA Academy lip liner, and this is in the shade Obsessed. And I just go over my lips, and I'm using a brush just to, you know, spread that out. And I'll be using a lip gloss from ColourPop, and this is in the shade I think that's Sting. And I just go ahead and apply that, you know, on top of the lip liner. I really love this lip gloss, guys. It just makes my lips look very bold, and it's the perfect shade for that everyday natural, you know, or everyday soft glam look. And then I just go in with a ColourPop lipstick in the center of my lips. This is like a very nude lipstick. It's like a lip gloss as well, but for me I would just use a lipstick. It gives a lipstick effect, I don't know, but yeah. So I put that in the center of my lips, like it's the perfect shade for an everyday look, guys. I love that lipstick. And once I applied that, I do go ahead with a gloss. It's like a brown lip gloss and it has a bit of shimmer on it, so I did apply that on top of my lip liners basically. And then I go in with the NYX butter gloss in the center of my lips, just to give me that glossy shiny lips. As you guys know, I do love my gloss. And I'm also going to be fake and put my fake beauty spots everywhere. Don't come for me and don't judge me. So guys, this is the final look. Guys, just look how airbrushed I look. This company, Maxfactor, did not lie about this foundation. I was so happy with this look. I really loved how this look turned out. The foundation is really giving me skin and I love it. So yeah, I just had to dance. I hope you guys love this, you know, updated everyday soft glam makeup look. Let me know what you guys think in the comment below, and I'll see you guys in another video. Bye.